With police departments dealing with shortages nationwide, Greenbay is looking to pay potential new officers up to $10,000 in moving expenses to come here.
We did this in a contingency model because it's really hard to predict exactly where we will get new hires from.
Out of 187 police officer positions, Greenbay currently has 9 vacancies. Chief Chris Davis wants to allocate $100,000 over the next 2 years to pay for the moving expenses of new recruits. Any unused money would be added to the $50,000 Davis wants to spend on professional development in an effort to retain the officers the department already has. It's a plan Greenbay Mayor Eric Genrich says he's on board with.
We're, sending out the invitation far and wide to all highly qualified officers. We'd love for them to be working in the city of Green Bay.
Alder Chris Weary first proposed the idea of using federal COVID relief funds to help recruit officers.
They don't have to be, a rookie coming in to sell it, really sell what we have here in Green Bay, especially to other officers around the country who might be looking to move.
In an effort to be more efficient with what's already on hand, Chief Davis says he'll be using the next year to evaluate the department.
Look at where we are, look at where we want to be, and where there's a difference, that's where you need resources added.
Davis says he wants to devise a data-backed stance in case he needs to ask for more resources next budget. This year, he became police chief while the budget process was already underway.
Most people don't think about their retirement savings until the start of their career. But Governor Tony Evers says starting when your child is born through a recommendation called a 401k IDS is smart to do.
That seems like it could be kind of rather an extreme measure. Do you think that could hinder a parent's ability to invest in their own retirement?
Certainly if I was a parent of limited means, and all my kids are grown, so I'm personally less concerned about that. But I understand if you're in a low-paying job or a job that might be part-time because your employer's struggling, you will have to make that decision.
Alongside bipartisan support, Governor Evers published the Retirement Security Task Force report in February of this year. Adding all retirement savings options should be taken care of. But doing that is easier said than done. The report says nearly 930,000 working Wisconsinites don't have a way to save for their retirement from their employment. Younger generations haven't been taught the importance of saving, with 38% of 18 to 29-year-olds and 27% of 30 to 44-year-olds holding no retirement savings at all. Adam Longley, a VP Senior Investment Officer for Nicolay Bank, adding the reason some people have a shortfall in retirement savings is because they wait too long to get started.
You could save smaller dollar amounts in a greater frequency because you're starting sooner. So I think potentially it does create an opportunity for more people to save.
But each family could have to seriously consider what is right for them.
Each family has to really balance their priorities and their financial objectives, and then really having a thoughtful plan of how you're going to get there.
The task force only has recommendations and has not been implemented into law.
Last April, many parents hitting the polls were focused on one thing: the future of the school board.
This election is top on my list.
It's just been so much drama.
The pandemic being the major reason why. Now, with another round of school board elections only 5 months away, School Board President Eric Vanden Heuvel's name will not be on the ballot.
I reflect back on my 3 years in the school district. I ran to provide leadership to the district, and certainly it was a tumultuous tenure. So as I looked at making another 3-year commitment, I felt like the district was well positioned to move forward, and again, for me personally and professionally, to be able to look at some other opportunities.
Vanden Heuvel's decision to not seek re-election comes a month after he deactivated social media accounts because of safety concerns for him and his family.
To say that played into my decision, I don't think is accurate. It certainly was a factor, but I was really looking at another 3-year commitment as a whole and what that would have required of my time.
Vanden Heuvel says he made the announcement now to allow anyone interested in running enough time to prepare.
To be able to bring some new board members on, to get up to speed on the financial situation the district is in and the opportunities that are before us. I think the timing is right, and I'll continue to still be an advocate for the district and stay involved in other ways as both a parent and a citizen.
School board trustees Brenda Warren and Laura Layton Warren will also be up for re-election. They did not respond to our requests asking if they will be running again in April.
10-year-old DJ played her homemade cello at the Full Steam Ahead concert on Tuesday. DJ constructed this cello in science class.
It was about sound and vibration, so we had to find out a way to show that it would vibrate. So strings would vibrate, or if it were a drum, a top would vibrate.
Oshkosh area students played their makeshift instruments along with the Oshkosh Youth Symphony. Yukiko Grine is the symphony's music director.
So the students design engineer instruments. They build from recycled materials. They learn about the science of sound. There's a literacy component in the lesson, and of course the arts and music, we provide that.
STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, and it gives kids a more holistic approach to learning.
You know, the idea of teaching the whole child and taking this project-based approach to learning, the students more and more are needing to become creative problem solvers in life and in school. And the arts and music really provides that foundation of creative problem solving, as does engineering and the way that they're teaching math now.
What arts integration does is it gives students another access point to that knowledge. So trying to help teachers understand that integration helps synthesize that information for students, where it just gives them another point of reference to stitch it all together.
We want our students leaving our schools, public school system, creative problem solvers, able to kind of contribute to their communities wherever they put down roots, and these kinds of experiences help them gain those important skills.